I want you to just relax for a moment, discontinue your gymnastics, and I'd like to chat with you here for a moment, if I may. There are still many of you students who don't think that you need these gymnastics so very much because you say, Jack, I don't have a weight problem, and you think that everything we do up here is for reducing. Nothing could be farther from the truth because the things that we do here each day, students, are to help you to normalize that body of yours, to give you the correct proportions, the right inches, to give you pep and energy and vitality, to give you that youthful appearance. These exercises for underweight, overweight, or young or old. It doesn't make any difference. I want to give you a little example here now. There's still so many of you students who gauge your condition and your figure by how much you weigh. And that scale is a liar, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. Here's a woman, age 20. Now, this woman, this girl, when she was age 20, these measurements I have here, she was a beauty contest winner. She took first place in a beauty contest. I happen to know this girl personally. When she won this contest, I happened to be one of the judges. She was 20 years old. She was 5'5", weighed 120 pounds. She had a 36-inch bust. Her hips were 36, and her waist was a small 22, and her thighs were 18. Now, 5 years later, this girl weighed exactly the same. She had a child or two, you know, as most girls do, you know, and she was kind of using this as an excuse. But she weighed the same 5 years later, 120. But look at here. She lost 2 inches on her bust. She gained 2 inches on her hips, and she gained 3 inches on her waist and 2 inches on her thighs. Now, you can see by these proportions here that this girl over here 5 years ago had a beautiful beauty contest winning figure. And here she's just a kind of an out-of-shape gal at 120 pounds. Now, what has happened? All right, I want to give it to you right from the horse's mouth. Here is an article that was sent to me that was clipped out of one of the papers by a very famous doctor who was making some experiments on people's weights. And it says you can be underweight and too fat at the same time. The sad fact is you can be underweight and over fat at the same time. This doctor goes on to say that if a young man reaches an ideal weight of age 20 and never puts on another ounce, he will at least double his body fat content by age 60 at the expense of lost muscle and other lean tissue. Where does the excess fat go? It is deposited internally as well as under the skin. Now, see, I've told you this many times, students, but here you're getting right from the horse's mouth, as it were. As we get older, from lack of exercise, fat accumulates in the body, good, lean muscle tissue, which is the foundation of all of your beauty. It atrophies, it dies, and it's replaced by this ugly fat. So your measurements are out of proportion. So that's why you see so many people, you know, and their neck here gets crepey looking and all hanging and sagging because fat has taken place of this muscle. Now, and he also mentioned about the fat accumulates internally. They can accumulate around your intestines that will make your stomach stick out, and it also accumulates externally under the skin. So what muscle you do have left, students, you get all this ugly fat there, and you look older before your years. So the secret, what, is eating more protein, more leafy vegetables, and getting more corrective exercise each day. And that's the idea of our little get-together, to help you to reproportion that body of yours to make you the way you should be and you want to be.